Thank you. We're back from executive session. Again, this is the Tuesday, July 26, 2020 meeting of the Board of Education of the Hauppauge Union Free School District. Steve, could you put the flag up, please? And I ask everyone to kindly join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, the Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, and justice for all. Thank you. Number 4 on the agenda is the superintendent's update. Dr. Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. Barchet. Good evening, everybody. Those of you tuning in remotely, I have two items to share. First, I want to commend Mrs. Sienna, who has been overseeing our summer capital projects. I'm happy to share that the new playground construction has started at both Pines and Forest Brook, with Bretton Woods beginning next week. Also, the new STEM lab at the high school is well underway, and the progress has been incredible. I hope to share some pictures from around the district through my Twitter feed in the coming weeks, so that our parents can see the good work going on. Just secondly, last week, Mr. Campanelli, our Director of Guidance, and Ms. Lopez, our Director of PPS, excuse me, took 26 high school students on a 5-day college tour. The students were able to visit and tour 9 colleges and universities: Loyola, Catholic U, JMU, Washington and Lee University, the University of Virginia, the University of Richmond, College of William and Mary, Virginia Commonwealth University, and the University of Mary Washington. In addition to the college visits, the students went bowling, swimming, they hit a trampoline park, and they even went to Busch Gardens. Mr. Campanelli was sharing some Parent Square messages along the way, and also sharing some pictures on Twitter. Both of our district leaders reported back that the students were quickly building new friendships and making lasting memories while learning about the opportunities in college. Again, we hope to continue to build upon these trips each year. Just a very special thank you to Mr. Campanelli for pulling this off and providing our students with this experience. Ms. Lopez for accompanying the students throughout what was a very hot week. I think they got through that okay. And also just a thank you to HEF, the Hauppauge Educational Foundation. The board will see on the agenda tonight, there's a donation. They contributed some money towards the trip. So thank you to them as well. Thank you, Mr. Barchet.
Thank you, Dr. Murphy. I'd also like to acknowledge Mr. Campanelli and Ms. Lopez for this, their work in putting together this college trip and also chaperoning it. My daughter was one of the children that went on the trip, and she's still raving about it. As Dr. Murphy indicated, the weather was very hot, but they were able to weave in some fun activities for the kids despite a tough situation with the heat. And you know, this is something I think there's one other district on Long Island that's doing anything like this as far as these college trips over the summer. So everyone on the board and administration should feel really proud of this program, and it's definitely something that I would like to see more students take advantage of, as well as expand it to the point where it's multiple trips per year and multiple locations. I think it's just a great thing. So kudos to all who are involved.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, number 5 on the agenda: recognition awards, presentations, adoption of minutes. 5C is the adoption of minutes from the reorganizational meeting. Reorganizational. Should that be reorganization, Lindsay, or is it a reorganizational meeting? It doesn't matter.
I'm not sure it matters, but it's I usually call it the organization meeting. The reorganization.
Okay. Reorganizational. I don't even know if that's a word, but I don't. Whatever. We'll fix it next year. So adoption of minutes from that meeting of July 5th, 2022. I'll make the motion. Mr. Scarito seconds. Any discussion? Mr. Barchet votes yes. Mr. Scarito?
Yes.
Mr. Scarito votes yes. Dr. Craffa?
Yes.
Dr. Craffa votes yes. Mr. Kiley?
Yes.
Mr. Kiley votes yes. Ms. Salvia?
Yes.
Ms. Salvia votes yes. The meeting minutes are approved 5-0. Dr. Murphy, do we have any questions and comments on tonight's agenda only submitted electronically?
We do not.
Are there any items that members would like to have removed from the consent agenda? Okay. Just bear with me 1 second. Like to remove the donations, D, 7.3D. And that's all from me. So I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda, less 7.3D, the donations, grants, and gifts. I'll make the motion. Mr. Scarito with the second. Any discussion? Very good. Mr. Barchet votes yes. Mr. Scarito?
Yes.
Mr. Scarito votes yes. Dr. Craffa?
Yes.
Dr. Craffa votes yes. Mr. Kiley?
Yes.
Mr. Kiley votes yes. And Ms. Salvia?
Yes.
Ms. Salvia votes yes. Consent agenda passes, is approved 5-0. I'll make a motion to approve 7.3 D, donations, gifts, and grants. I'll make the motion. Mr. Scarito seconds. Any discussion? Mr. Scarito?
Yes.
Any discussion? I'm sorry.
Oh, I apologize. No, sir.
That's all right. Yeah, so listen, on behalf of the board, I want to thank those that donated or granted money to allow some of the more needy families in Hauppauge attend the college trip. Again, the trip was awesome, and raising expectations and raising the ability of underprivileged kids and or families up to higher aspirations and making college a reality is again exactly the type of thing that we should be doing. So thank you so much to the those that donated. We really appreciate it, and we would not have been able to send those kids on the trip without the donations. So Lori, let's make sure we send thank you letters from the board. And any other questions or comments concerning D before we vote on it? With that, I'll vote yes. Mr. Barchet votes yes. Mr. Scarito?
Yes.
Mr. Scarito votes yes. Dr. Craffa?
Yes.
Dr. Craffa votes yes. Mr. Kiley?
Yes.
Mr. Kiley votes yes. Ms. Salvia?
Yes.
Ms. Salvia votes yes. 7.3D is approved 5-0. 8 policies that are on today. 9, code of conduct. This is the second reading of the code of conduct. This is kind of awkward to have this as a public hearing when we went to a virtual meeting tonight, so late in the day, Don. So I think it's probably a good idea to put this on our next meeting in person, unless you tell me that there's some kind of emergency or some kind of need to have it adopted today.
Sounds good. No, we can move it to August 23rd.
Okay, so August 23rd, that meeting will be in public like all our meetings have been. And then we'll have the second reading / public hearing on the code of conduct. So 9 on the agenda is, well, I'll make a motion to table it to our next meeting. Do I have a second? Mr. Scarito, thank you. Any discussion? I vote yes. Mr. Scarito?
Yes.
Mr. Scarito votes yes. Dr. Craffa?
Yes.
Dr. Craffa votes yes. Mr. Kiley?
Yes.
Mr. Kiley votes yes. Ms. Salvia?
Yes.
Ms. Salvia votes yes. Number 9 on the agenda is tabled to our next meeting. Don, let's make sure that we let the public know that it's a public hearing and it's been adjourned to that date.
Sounds good.
Thank you. 10 on the agenda, committee reports. We will table that to our next meeting as well. Discussion matters that are on new business. Do any board members have new business? Does administration have new business? 13
We
on
do
the
not.
agenda. I'm sorry?
I just said we do not.
Okay, thank you. Yep. Number 13 on the agenda, questions and comments from the community. Don, have we had any electronic questions or comments submitted?
We have not.
Very good. And just a note, apologies from the board to the community for having to go virtual tonight at the last moment. We would not have had a quorum otherwise, and we had business to get done. We will be back live at our next scheduled meeting on the 23rd of August. And with that, I will take a motion for an adjournment. I'll make the motion. Mr. Scarito seconds. Any discussion? And Mr. Barshay votes yes. Mr. Scarito?
Yes.
Mr. Scarito votes yes. Dr. Craffa?
Yes.
Dr. Craffa votes yes. Mr. Kiley? Mr. Kiley? Ms. Salvia?
Yes.
Ms. Salvia votes yes. We are adjourned.
I vote yes. Sorry, someone was wrong.
It's okay. So that's 5-0 for an adjournment. Our next meeting is August 23rd, 2022. It's a business meeting, and it will be in person. Thank you very much, and God bless America. Steve, take us down, please.
Good night.